Hello, and here's another episode of Ted's 10, the series in which I give you my top 10 things of a thing. Yeah, it's a simple concept, much like you watching this video till the end and pressing that like button. Today I have a list I've been rather looking forward to making. The second part of my Rolling Stones set. This is a list looking at the years with the wonderful Mick Taylor. Now, for me, the induction of Mick Taylor changed the Stones from a good 60s bluesy band to a serious guitar-based rock band. I genuinely think the Stones had some serious clout as a guitar band during the Mick Taylor years. And of course, like the other video, this goes out for the great Charlie Watts, who we lost recently. Miss you, man. So, at number 10 is Walks Off. Despite the 1972 album XO Main Street being a masterpiece, it's hard to pick individual tracks from it because it more fits together as an album. However, the opening track, Walks Off, is an absolute standout belter. It's got the same Stones swagger as songs like Brown Sugar and Start Me Up, but for my money, it's got so much more depth and sophistication than these songs. Keith Richards and Mick Taylor get into this wonderful groove as soon as the song starts, and it's got this wonderful rise and fall feel with saxophones in the chorus, but fairly understated verses, and lyrically it's about feeling dissociated from society due to taking too many drugs, which is slightly more acceptable than shameless edgelording singing about sex with a black woman, as in Brown Sugar. Great song. Okay, at number 9 is It's Only Rock and Roll, but I like it. This is the title track and lead single of the 1974 album It's Only Rock and Roll, and it's just the Stones being the Stones, and it's wonderful. It's just the ultimate party song, really. It will have you singing along, jumping up and down with the chorus and dancing. Plus, of course, the guitar is brilliant. So definite number 9. Okay, at number 8 is You Got the Silver. Bit naughty to include this, as it was a leftover outtake with Brian Jones. However, this absolute gem of an acoustic blues track from Let It Bleed has to be on this list. It's one of those songs that doesn't really go anywhere, but you're okay with that. It's just so lovely on the ears. Everything just makes this track so kind of sedate and pretty, while the guitar work is superb enough to not make it sound in any way bland. It is sung by Keith, so the vocals aren't as arresting as if they were Jagger's, but I don't mind that. It just adds to the feel of the track. Definite number 8, even if no Mick Taylor. Okay, at number 7 is Time Waits for No One. This song was apparently Mick Taylor's last song playing guitar for the Stones, and what a way to go out on. The guitar work is beautiful, so is every other aspect of the song. It's one of those ones which give you goosebumps right from the start. Written by Mick and Keith, though Taylor Wilkinson wrote a good deal of it, but gonna credit. It describes just looking at the aging process of men who have reached 30 and just reflecting, and the whole song has this wonderful kind of sedate, mature looking back feel. It's funky, it's soully, it's bluesy. It's just a majestic piece of music. And at number 6 is Sweet Virginia. I have to admit, when I do these lists, I feel I can't really include two songs in the same vein, and it was a close call between this and Dead Flowers from the album before, as they're both slow country-ish tunes, but this for me, at least today, has the edge. Taken from the wonderful Exile album, this is a kind of perfect blend of country and blues. It's a kind of slow shuffle which gives it that bluesy feel, and it's got this glorious shambolicness to it, which suits it and the album perfectly. And if that's not enough, Bobby Keys is playing some incredible saxophone. Again, saxophone in a country song shouldn't really work, but it does. Plus, Steve L sometimes covers it live. And if you're a British rock band and one of your country songs gets covered by someone respected in the country world like Steve L, you know you're doing something right. Okay, time for a warning. Be sure to have some soap on hand because from here on we'll feature a lot of sticky fingers. Right, so at number 5 is Can't You Hear Me Knocking? This song is basically the Stones just letting loose and having a mother of jams, and my god, it's wonderful. It opens with Keith just laying down some really sweet, menacing riffs. He could be just jamming and making them up as he goes, but because him and all the band are so on form in this track, it's just wonderful. And then Jagger comes in with some menacing, powerful vocals. Jagger at his best here too, and the track builds to this wonderful, intense chorus. Again, everything builds up, but Keith is there just still seeming like he's improvising, riffing along. It's just majestic. But the main part of the song is under 3 minutes. Suddenly, the remaining 4.5 minutes are the lengthy Santana-esque jam, which was apparently recorded by accident. But my god, what a delicious accident. This jam is bloody great. Okay, at number 4 is You Can't Always Get What You Want. I can think of few songs I like that open with the London Bar Choir, but this is one of them. This is just a beautiful, beautiful piece of music. I think the prettiest song the Stones ever wrote. This song came out in 1969 and couldn't be more of its times. Lyrically, it's very much looking back on the 60s and realizing the party's now over and it's time to rein in the drugs and get a bit sensible. Not that they did. It's of course the closing track to Let It Bleed, which came out in the end of 69, so a perfect backdrop for ending the 60s. And musically, the song kind of effortlessly floats between styles. You've got the choir singing the intro, then the main song starts off with a acoustic guitar and a few lovely horns. Then the chorus gradually gets more funky and less kind of sad feeling, and it progresses to a brilliantly funky jam near the end, while never going too far. This is a wonderful 7 minutes of music. Okay, at number 3 is Wild Horses, or should I say Wild Horses. I know some people can give or take the Rolling Stones ballads, but I love them. Well, at least this one, I can give or take the song Angie from Goat's Head Soup, despite that being my mother's name. Wild Horses was in fact written by Mick and Keith originally for Graham Parsons in the Flying Burrito Brothers. Again, if an alternative country big star is interested in your songs, you're doing something right. The song is about pain and suffering, especially the ones you feel mourning a relationship, and that's captured so beautifully in the music. Keith's playing an acoustic 12-string, and nothing adds the kind of depth to a song like this like an acoustic 12-string. It is a beautiful sound in a beautiful sad song. Okay, my number 2 is Sway. When marimba rhythm start to play, no, not that Sway, thankfully, this Sway. This is an absolute belter of a song and could probably be my number 1, but I thought I'd include it as number 2 because, to be honest, it doesn't really sound like a typical Jagger Richards song. I wonder, is there a reason for that? Like Mick Taylor actually writing it, but not getting the credits. That's the theory, anyway. Being not the biggest fan of brown sugar, I often wish this, the second track on Sticky Fingers, was the opener, though when I play the album it often is. This song is just so heavy, and I mean that in every sense of the word. Lyrically, it's about suffering depression and just finding it hard to keep on, find motivation. It's such what they call a slow burn, and the big bombastic guitar tones add to this wonderful, gutsy, earthy, really dirty feel of this track. and also to close the song is one of the best guitar solos you ever hear. Mick Taylor absolutely shredded, almost his way of saying, if I'm not gonna get a watching credit, I'm gonna make damn sure stampers all over this song. So, with that as my number 2, what possibly could be my number 1? Wait! What's that? Yes, you've guessed it. At number 1 is Gimme Shelter. I hope this will remind you that although the Stones have been going far too long, and although it was only a relatively short period they made fantastic music in, when they wanted to make a fantastic song, they damn sure could. And everything about this song both blows me away and sends shivers down my spine every time I hear it. And yeah, Taylor isn't actually on this track, but as he's on some of Let It Bleed, I had to include it. If anything, this just shows what a powerhouse Jagger and Richards could be when they wanted to. This song is just everything. Atmospheric, brooding, the vocals, guitar, absolutely majestic, as is Mary Clayton's backing vocals, as I poorly emulated a while ago. So, there are my top 10 Rolling Stones songs when Mick Taylor was in the band, at least when he was after they released the records the songs were on. Do you agree or disagree? Why not use the comments to tell me below, and remember to hit that like button. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and again, rest in peace, Mr. Charlie Watts.